Let's take a look at how the character and the paragraph panels work in regards to text. Now, to view the characters panel, just go to the Windows menu and click on character. Do the same thing for paragraph, but mine, the paragraph and the character are the same group. So I'm just going to navigate to the paragraph and the character on one group. Now, we're still working on this text, or maybe I should type some other text. Okay, let me make this invisible for now. Now let me write some other text with the text too. Now this time around I'm going to write team, and I'm just going to move it to the center with my move tool, and back to without selecting my text tool, I'm just going to make all the changes from here. Now I'm going to change it from Arial this time to author. Okay, a very funny theme, font style. And now we are going to talk about some of the items you see here. Now this particular one here, it sets the leading, and the leading is more like the space from the top and bottom. Okay, now let's assume we have team. Okay, let me switch back to text tool. Now let's say we have team and we have team again. Okay, now what the leading does is it kind of tries to give a space between the top and the bottom text. Okay, so the higher the number, the more the space. The lower the number, the lower the space, and the lower it goes, it tends to merge, as in be on top one another, kind of superimpose. Okay, so here it's what the leading does. Okay, so if you want it to be under and it give a little space from the bottom, as in from the top text, you have to put a high lead number. Okay, now I'm just going to undo that a couple of times, and I believe I won't be needing that, so I'll just undo that up to where I typed that theme for the second time. Good. Now the next one we see here is the font size, which we've looked at in our previous video. Now this particular one is the kerning between two characters, as in it determines the space between two characters in the text. Now I'm just going to slide that. Let's see what I'm talking about. Here we have metrics and optical, and we are going to look at that. Now if I change that, you're going to see what happens to theme, that it kind of changes a little, but we're going to treat that in the next one here, which determines the tracking of selected characters. Now I'm going to move that to 120, and you see that the characters are further apart from each other. The lower the number, the more closer the characters, the higher the number, the more further the characters from each other. Okay, and this one determines the width of the character or the width of the text, and this is in terms of color. Now when you are working on the characters panel, you don't need to select the move to or the text to do that. Once your layer is selected, anything you do here becomes affected or takes effect on the text you are working on. Okay, so down here we have some other options. If you want to make your text bolder, you click the Fox bold. If you want it to be italicized, you click this one here. Now once it's selected, that means what you did will automatically be active. Now if you want all your text to be capitals, you click on this. Now but a particular font style we are using does not support capitals, so let's quickly change that to something else. Now let me choose sample. Okay, so now let's make this all caps. Now you discover that all the write-up is capital, and if I deselect that, it becomes like that. Now this next one here, what it does is it makes all the caps other than the first one. It changes everything to small caps. Okay, and this one here changes the selected item to superscript, while the next one changes the selected item to subscript. The next one underlines the text, and this one strikes through the text, like it kind of cancels it. So go through all of these and get to know how they work. I think that's where we're going to stop for the text too. In our next video, I'm going to show you something new. Take care.